Hello and good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. My name is Matt Johnson with the Apollo Crypto Dev Project, and this is Office Hours for November 17th, 2022. Thanks for joining us. Here with me, as usual, we have Caleb and Zach,
Howdy.
instrumental individuals on this project and part of the community. Welcome, guys. How are you tonight?
Fantastic.
Great. Caleb, you just finished up a pretty intense AMA on liquidity pairs. It sounds like in the Discord today. So, take a breath. That's heady stuff, or it can get heady.
Yeah.
It's fundamentally simple, but like there's a lot to it, right?
Well, y'all stepped in and helped me out, so that solved a few issues that I couldn't explain.
Yeah. And what we try to do, one of the things we try to do here with the platform is not only obviously develop and improve our ecosystem, but it's hopefully to educate and to help people learn about the fundamental concepts of crypto and Web3. We know it's confusing, and most of what we know has happened through trial and error. And we made mistakes, we've done things right and wrong, and we've gone forward and first. And we want to share that knowledge when we figure out something. That's what we believe in terms of community. So I think it's great. I think we should do more of them. And I think that we will do more of them. So awesome. So those of you who don't know what we're all about, we are a DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization that supports creators right now, but who knows in the future could support a number of different things to help people realize their dreams. What was the quote you said a couple times, Caleb? You said I said it once, but I couldn't remember it. But you said this is. I'll let you think on that.
It may have just been fund great ideas.
To help fund great. That's what we do here at Apollo. We help fund great ideas. So we don't want to limit it just to creators. That's where we started. That's kind of a passion of ours to help see beauty enter the world. So every week we basically, or every couple of weeks, we hold a creator contest where we give away some of our crypto, which either creators can hold on to or they can sell to help fund their dreams. So we've given away, I think the stat I saw today was about $240,000 plus. Is that right?
That's right.
Since we started. Right at $250,000. So that's amazing. Like I launching this project, I would have never imagined in less than a year, which we're still pretty nascent, that we would have given away $250,000. Man, that makes me feel great. That's amazing. Even given all the turmoil and craziness that's going on in the world and crypto and whatnot. I mean, we keep to a vision. We keep working, and just really appreciate everyone in the community that really responds and gives us encouragement and helps us keep driving that goal forward. It's awesome. So right now, where are we at? We're kind of nearing the end. Well, we haven't reached the end of season 2's regular contest. So for those of you who aren't familiar, we've been running one contest that's focused on general creators, painters, content creators, illustrators, musicians, you name it, all compete against each other for a weekly win, first, second, and third place, which each of those go to now a finals contest, which will run in a few weeks. And we've been interjecting in there a week-long contest for our first sponsor, which has been the Center retail store, urban apparel retail stores, who are running a contest that they send Nike Air Force Ones to handpicked shoe designers, and they create these amazing shoe designs. It's been a lot of fun. It's been pretty crazy to see all the designs, but we're there right on the cusp of their finals as well. So starting November 29th, they're gonna take their top 2 from each contest. So 6 individuals will compete head-to-head with a brand new pair of shoes, brand new designs, and leverage their entire networks to promote Apollo and their craft. And the brand will get behind it as well. So super excited about the culmination of that. It's gone off very well. Kudos to Zach and his tech team. There's been a lot of stuff thrown at them and different pivots and ideas that have come full force, but those guys have responded and the fact that, everyone has challenges at software from here and there, but this thing has been solid. Like, that's probably what I'm most proud of. We look back over the first year. It's just, we built something that operates as intended, and it's solid. And it's a great foundation for us to build amazing things in the future for. So, uh, Zach, I'd like to transition to you, maybe give us an update, because one of the key things that's coming on the 29th to support this contest for the first time is our free vote mechanic. So, and before we get into that, by the way, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the chat. This is the office hours. It's an ask me anything. So that's kind of the fundamental thing about it. We'll talk for a little bit, but I want to answer questions. That's what the value of this is for everyone. But yeah, Zach, why don't you give us just kind of a brief overview of what the free vote entails, how it's going to help these creators in the finals here, and where do we stand on it? Like, we're a couple of weeks out now, right?
Yeah, so we're a couple weeks out. Things are looking great. So just kind of a brief overview of what the product's going to look like is, as I'm sure a lot of you have experienced and creators have experienced, and then things we see in analytics. A lot of people get to the contest page and then just try to vote, having no idea what crypto is. They just saw, my favorite shoe guy tweeted out this link and wants me to go vote. Well, that's a lot to throw at somebody, and most people don't have the time to go through and learn crypto and get onboarded. But we still want to be driving engagement with people who have no experience in crypto. So now you'll come to the contest page, and if you haven't connected a wallet, um, kind of assuming that a lot of those people who haven't connected a wallet and try to vote are going to be new to Apollo and maybe new to crypto. So now we're going to show them different voting options. So we'll tell you for 10 points, you can hold Apollo by connecting your wallet, the normal way you've been voting. Or if you want to take, just a 1 point vote, you can enter in your email, no crypto, anything like that. So enter in your email. We'll send you a confirmation email. And if you follow that link, then you can come in and cast the vote. We're also going to make you watch a video on Apollo just to make sure that people who are coming through this at least walk away with some knowledge of the project and maybe enticed to take that next step into buying Apollo. So once you've watched the video, your vote is cashed. And so the basic flow has now been developed and tested. There's a few minor UI tweaks we have to make for mobile, but the basic flow is there. And so now we are working on the finer points that Caleb has provided, and then we also met this week to add in some analytics just to make sure that after for sure the first, if not the second, we have a great idea of these people who are trying this free voting, how far they're getting into it. Because of course, not everyone's going to go through it all the way. We'll have to see where we're losing people, and continue to iterate on the free voting, and hopefully come in with a ton of votes and a lot of engagement and a lot of more people who are interested in getting into crypto and Apollo.
No, it's exciting. I think you're right. The exposure opportunity is massive here. And, we talked about it before, but being able to start a relationship with someone that moves down this educational funnel, so to speak, of getting comfortable with Apollo, but still can support these creators and learn a little bit about us, it's going to be big. I just want to clarify one thing in the point thing that you were talking about. So the idea is, if you're an existing Apollo holder, someone that's been participating for the entire time or the last few weeks, whatever it may be, still vote without Apollo, but it will hold like a 10 times value in terms of the weight of that vote if you hold Apollo through our core kind of utility or use cases it's been so far. That will qualify you for all the POAPs, some of the future stuff that we're coming on. So there is a real value differentiator between being a free voter and a voter that holds Apollo. We're going to give something away, and that I'm kind of announcing that here for the free voters. There will be some kind of raffle because, like Zach said, we're collecting their email address and we want to incentivize them and get them excited about it. But a magnitude smaller than what you could potentially win through the POAP raffles and other things that we'll be doing to reward holders. So yeah, a lot there that if you imagine just the creators in this contest, I mean, these guys are vying for a $25,000 guaranteed prize in the finals, right? So that's a big chunk of change in the world right now. So their motivation to get out there and leverage this, and we've talked to all of them and kind of prep them, say, let your networks know, get them excited with what's coming, and let's blast this. And I think it's going to be huge. I mean, obviously, like Zach said, we're adding in all the data and analytics so we can kind of see, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? Because any kind of software, the first time you launch it, you're not gonna get everything right. But the hope is that we get most of it right, and then we can iterate and learn. Because right on its heels, we have the regular All Stars contest as well, right? We haven't announced exactly what the multiples and things like that are going to be for it, which we'll do here probably at the next AMA. But this is our test bed to get out there and blow this out, maybe make a few tweaks, and then have it ready for the other finals, and then on to season 3 next year. So super excited about that. The analytics are going to be great because they provide us this data that we can take to other potential sponsors and say, no, we didn't have these same 100 people that have been voting in every contest. We had 5,000 eyeballs on this, and that's why you should come to us and do this. And by the way, the whole watch the video thing doesn't have to be Apollo. If a sponsor wants to pay for a video that the free voter has to watch, every time they go in, that's very attractive to them. Every vote that's cast has to watch that. So we're thinking about lots of different ways to like we talked about, monetize this platform, create revenue outside of just pure crypto trading, or getting something from the DAO or whatever it might be. We're just trying to shore this up and have lots of opportunities with it as we move through this stage. So awesome. Anything else that you guys got about the free vote or the center contest? You got any? We shouldn't make predictions. I was going to say make a prediction, but some of these guys have like 50 to 100,000 followers on their socials. So this free vote is going to be huge for them, right?
Yeah, and especially now with the emails of these people who are doing the free voting, now we have our foot in the door. So when season 3 comes around, now we can kind of poke them and prompt them with, hey, check out the new contest, all that stuff.
That's a really good point, Zach. Like this idea of the concept of drip marketing. So the idea of like someone comes in with a wallet, it's pretty much you don't know who they are. It's a wallet address, right? And to be able to market to people that participate, is very difficult at that point of anonymity. But if they sign up for a free vote, with all privacy stuff in place and their ability to opt out through the free votes and stuff like that, they could become people that receive a monthly newsletter about what we're doing and the value of that, and the opportunity to convert free voters into holders through that method is a lot more tried and true than just this blind shotgun, approach of pushing a lot of these marketing things out there through various channels. So really excited about there's probably 5-6 different things in that free vote. While it might seem pretty straightforward and basic, there's a lot to it. So ready to get that out there for sure. Awesome. Caleb, you've been hard at work. So everybody's familiar with the regulars that did a single contest sponsorship, the last regular season contest. You've been talking to people, and you got some guys already interested in doing the same thing for season 3. Is that right?
Something similar. What we want to do is continue to grow our partnerships and involvement in other crypto native groups and DAOs. So the latest that we've connected with is a group, an NFT collection project, and artist collective called Dankbots. And so Dankbots, they have an incredibly active server, Discord server. And it is basically like it's full of artists and creators. So it's the exact kind of people that we want to have join Apollo and enter our contest and take advantage of the funding that can help them push their careers. So we talked with the founders of Dankbots, kicking around a few ideas of how we can cross-pollinate and work together. Sorry. But at the least, what we're going to be doing is cross-promoting events. For instance, Dankbots and other DAOs and collectives, they host a lot of artist interviews and events. And so that's a good way to get our community exposed to a lot of these artists without us constantly having to find the artist, set up an interview, and do the interview ourselves, because there's lots of great Twitter Spaces and Discord chats already happening every single day in crypto and NFTs. And so that's one thing we want to do with our partners is promote more of their content that they're creating and sharing. With DankBots, we've been talking about a few ideas of how we can interact together, but also one thought is we're gonna probably have a Twitter space in December to discuss the season 3 contest in more detail, and kind of like pump the prime with their community and get some interest from creators over there. So that's DankBots. Dank is a word that means good. It has good connotations apparently.
So we
Zach
have
pointed
to give some credit to Zach and his cabal of college friends that educated us on the fact that I thought dank was a negative term.
I did
but
too.
Dank is quite the opposite. It's a positive term, right, Zach?
Indeed, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verified.
Yeah, I thought dank meant something bad for like the past 4 years. So I've just been using it wrong every time I say dank.
We're always getting educated here at Apollo.
We are. One way or another, we're either learning about modern slang or we're learning about liquidity providers. Always something going on.
Yeah. And so with DankBots, I mean, we're talking about maybe the opportunity for additional NFT kind of giveaways. I know we did something with that with the regulars, right?
Yeah, DankBots. I'm thinking NFT giveaway, membership giveaway, so they have a membership pass for creators, and like regulars. So we didn't really pump the regulars stuff post contest too much, but the top 3 winners each received a regulars NFT. We also raffled one off to the community. And our winner in the community was C Money. He received a regular, so he's now part of that club.
C Money, that's awesome. All right, I look forward to seeing that as his profile pic on everything now.
He does switch up his profile pic often.
There you go.
Not in Discord, but on Twitter.
Awesome. And yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned a great point about like being able to have these relationships to source more creators. We're talking about on the platform and technology front as well as moving into some form of NFT that could be purchased, maybe like an OpenSea or something like that could represent either a voting or a creator proxy for participating in the contest. Just another maybe easier way for people to get into the project, but still use those fundings in the same way to stimulate the ecosystem. These are things that we're having in strategy meetings weekly here with the team is like, what's the best way to expand to make it as robust and feature rich and secure as possible to enable this, platform for voting right now, funding in the future, enabling all things creativity and awesome, or whatever we said earlier, after that. So excited about all these partnerships. You've done an amazing job in helping bring these to the table, and we really appreciate it. So awesome. So before we get to questions, I just want to say kind of one final, what I'll say, call to arms in the next couple of weeks. We're on a little break right now, giving engineering some time to finish up the voting mechanics. But I know that a lot of people, whether it was the early raids that were happening, or the shilling that's happening in socials, always asking about like, what can we do? How can we promote? How can we help the ecosystem? We're about to serve that up. I know everyone is like probably beat down over the financial markets over the last couple of months. We keep pushing through it, try to keep this positive attitude. Got some amazing holders that are positive in the community. But when this free voting mechanic goes live and we're running the center contest, we're going to do some PR stuff behind that as well. We need everyone in the community and all the former creators, even like this is an alumni thing, to leverage their networks to incentivize people to vote. I mean, there's obviously some potential for them winning, crypto in doing that with our raffles and things like that we'll do with the email base. but we need to blow this numbers out. I mean, this is really what's our best foot out of the gate. That's going to show other potential sponsors and get people energized about that we're doing something different. That we're not just sitting on our hands during crypto winter and not doing anything. Like, we're exploring new things. We're venturing in new areas. And this is something that, you know, all it costs people is a little time. There's no investment. There's no exchanges they have to get into. There's no swaps or confusing Uniswap stuff. Like, this is straightforward that we're going to do here. So, I want to challenge the community to, get thousands of votes. I mean, we should have thousands upon thousands of votes this cycle, and we're not going to settle for anything less. So let's go get them. I know you guys are with it, and that's going to be some cool stuff to like push out there on socials and show people that the needle's moving here at Apollo. So with that, thanks. You guys have anything else you want to talk about, or do you want to hop to some questions?
No, I don't think so.
Probably have things, but my brain's a little fried by now.
It's that liquidity. I told you to stay away from the liquidity.
Yeah.
Awesome. Y'all want to pick some out? We can fire off 3 or 4.
Yeah, we have one. Here's a big one. Question. As mentioned with allowing the DAO to fund ideas, would that mean the DAO would move towards more of an investment lead DAO?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that we've talked internally about, whether it be like specifying a contest or the contest around digital NFT creators, because those are people more familiar and closer to crypto. So we can have more engagement within the platform. We talked about that. We talked about funding crypto projects as a potential lead. The great thing about it is we built a platform that's super flexible. Like, no matter what we wanted to do, we could pivot in an instant. That's why we could do the sponsorship deal with Center. That's why we can, move into lots of different things. And I think next year really is, it might be the first, 4 weeks to 6 weeks. I don't know, kind of like shoring that up and figuring out what type of contest that we want to lead with. I mean, we're talking to people in the sports arena right now. We're talking to people in the pro gaming arena right now. I mean, there could be some really interesting stuff that we could launch with next year that might not have anything to do with what we thought specifically towards creators. But like I said from the beginning, we're here to kind of explore and learn and see what audience really resonates the best with what we're doing. So, I think we learned that, it's hard to get people into crypto first. So part of the lesson that moves forward with that is we need to find people that are already in crypto. How do we convert them over and show them the value of our system moving into season 3? So
yeah, I think the key is that we're creative centric, and so how do we further creators and whatever it is we do? And right now, the contest has been our primary initiative, but we've kicked around many ideas, including like, what if we take people who are not in crypto yet, who are creators, and help onboard them to NFTs or music NFTs or something like that.
Right. But in essence, I'd say a creator is even an entrepreneur. Are you creating a new business to be in the Web3 space? I mean, it's a pretty generic term that we can go to a lot of different directions with. I think at some level, all of us are creators. I mean, that might spin some people's heads in terms of what their definition is. But, I believe, and I started this project because I think that passion exists in everyone, either as supporters to those that are out there or those that want to try something new. So, yeah, 100% could go that direction.
I'll throw a shout out to the Family Guy. He says that it's his first time to join the office hours.
Oh, nice. Welcome, Family Guy.
Another shout out. I'm going to probably butcher this name. Hamayun. He was one of our winners in the last creator contest.
Oh, nice.
Joined us today. And Sigma Bait, who we just answered his question. I don't know if I've seen his name before. So thank you all for joining.
New people here. That's when we get that free vote thing going. I think we're gonna have a lot more streaming here as well, right?
I think so too.
Awesome. All right, let's do a couple more. Anything else you guys see in there? I'll go pick one. Here we go. Yeah. So Corey, Yeah, I agree. The designs that these shoe guys do are insane. I have so much like respect for it, and I think it's provided some of the best content that we've had in like the creator streams and things like that. They just seem to be a community that's so collaborative and supportive of each other. Like they're all, it seems like they're learning from each other. They're upping each other. It's like this friendly competition that's happening every one of the semifinals. Now that might all go away when the big money's on the line and the best of the best are in there and they got free votes to go out there and like barrage with. It might get a little more competitive, but yeah, I'm with you, Corey. I just the shoe contest has been one of my absolute favorites. As an Apollo. Oh, yes, another good follow-up question. No, I mean, I think it's designed for like the system knows of your wallet, right? Your wallet address as a holder of Corey. We don't want to artificially inflate anything. The idea is like if you're a wallet holder, yes, if you have an email address, whatever. But if you have a friend you want to vote for via email, via unique address, that's kind of up to you, right? It's just unique email addresses and unique wallet accounts is what we're looking for there. But I would definitely do it with your wallet account because, like I said, there's better prizes in store.
And does that apply to our, I think, written rule that one vote, one person?
Yeah.
So each person can only cast one vote.
Yeah, and it's hard to police in that way. Like if your grandma wants to vote in this, but the free vote might even be a little too much there. Help your grandma out. That's all I'm saying. Awesome. All right. Let's see. We got something from Sigma again. Onboarding is for sure the most important in terms of growing a divide. I agree. Like in that, and a lot of what we do, whether it's on the collaboration front that Caleb's working on, the new features on the platform to reduce friction, or even some of the strategies that we're trying to find the best time to deploy them in terms of PR and marketing. That's what it's focused around. We're at the stage where we need more eyeballs and more people into the ecosystem and to understand what it is. And it's just a challenge right now when you talk about the down market. But that doesn't mean we stop. It means we create interesting things and we test them and see how people react, and then we lean into the things that work. And that's very much what we're committed to do. And hopefully we built the trust that we have been doing for almost a year now. So yeah, excited to keep going on that front. All right. Well, cool. Well, I'll let everyone get on with their evening. It sounds like we covered most of the questions, but as always, thank you guys. And we'll have some more information coming soon. It's a big thing on the 29th for us, and I'm gonna let these guys get back to work because I know there's a lot to do still. But let's make it big. I love to have everyone's commitment to go out there, and we'll be leading the charge. And getting those thousands of votes. I mean, that'll make a great story for us and push us into the next year on the right foot. So thank you to all, and don't hesitate to reach out to us on the socials. If you have any questions, we'd love to see you on Discord or Telegram. And y'all take care. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at.
Thank you all.
Thanks.